Candles, incense, acoustic guitars, demo studio, legal pads, notebooks, and a rhyming dictionary.
Yeah, a rhyming dictionary.
And a thesaurus.
No way.
No. We didn't have any confidence as writers, really, since our biggest hits were written by other people in the 80s. And we had to really get home and, dust off the old notebooks for a while and really kind of circle around it again and go to the beach and circle around it some more and, get with Sue Ennis and circle it some more and really kind of work our way back towards having any confidence as writers, because we'd had some really bad luck in the late 70s with feeling overconfident and having a failure.
Back it up.
Nothing came of it. But then we were on drugs back then, and we aren't now. So we had a lot of other good things working, in our favor too.
The old Fleetwood Mac syndrome.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, getting back to the songwriting, I think that when we started songwriting this time, it was amazing because I felt loaded with ideas. Where the last maybe 5 years before, for a 4 or 5 year period, I hadn't felt that way.
Hadn't really had a chance to feel much of anything.
Right. And so this time I felt like rage. Desire walks on. Back to Avalon. Yeah, it's happening.
Rage,
okay.
desire, hope.
So there's some really big basic emotions in this.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's not like
let it please be him. Not too much of that on this one. Her chemistry is great. Since we're really best friends, all three of us are.
She's really brainy and really sort of otherworldly, and what she brings to it, I think, is she brings that unusual idea that nobody would ever think of, because she's not of this earth. I mean, she's just like off somewhere, and so her ideas are sometimes
kooky.
Very amazing. Like Mistral Wind was her idea. And then, of course, we wrote the song, but her original idea, at that time she was a TA at Berkeley, and she was working toward her doctorate in German Lit. And so, she wasn't a songwriter, she was just this person that said, there's this thing over in France and across Europe
Italy
called Mistral Wind, and down through history it's been a metaphor for the artistic experience. And we went, whoa!
What's it called?
Back up there, man. What's that thing called again?
that wind that drove pieces of sand into the Van Gogh paintings that you can still find today.
Yeah. Oh,
that one. Yeah.
So that's kind of her contribution is the left of center outside idea.
She's always had like a semi-college vibe that she brings to it.
Well, she's very straight-laced and real schoolish and
marmy.
marmish. Yeah.
she's the marm.
In a very hip kind of way.
Yeah.
Do different things inspire you to write now?
For me, it's been really similar. There's, like, when we first started, when Heart first got big and I was 19, and we'd been writing songs for that album from the time I was like 16, really. And it was more of the younger version of the angst that the world the pain of the world when you start realizing that you're in it and you're gonna die in it. And what do I want to do with my life, and who am I, and all of plus the hormone thing kicks in really hard, and everything gets it's a bummer, And so you start writing you write for those reasons, for that kind of pain. Now it's more like you still write for your pain, but it's like real, like practical pain. I mean, people die, you get hurt, other people around you really, things really are more life and death. And the older you get, I think, the more you take responsibility for your time on the planet, what you want to do on the planet, what you're here for, and elation, not only pain.
Yeah, for me, it's been writing now is a little different than it used to be at the beginning, because now I'm more of an instrumentalist than I was then. And I'm only just beginning to start to be one, because of the Love Mongers. I've gotten to play bass, and to sing and play bass at the same time, be a lead singer playing bass at the same time, has made me happier than almost anything else in my whole musical career. Just because what happens when you do that is your whole self becomes part of the music. You feel like a music tree.
You're part of the song.
Yeah, yeah. And your body,
You like are the song.
your body is playing the rhythms, and then your brain is singing another rhythm, you know, so it just all goes together to make you just vibrate, you know. And so when I write now, I write differently because I think of the bass line. I think of it as the song is like a real big harmonic experience, and then the words winding through it.
It's all one thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'd like to incorporate music into a real life, you know, rather than being in a band. The way bands are at this moment in time is very, it can be very unreal and hard to have a real ordinary life, you know. And I've never had one. I'd like to have one in 10 years.
We probably
But,
won't say the same thing in 10 years anyway. If she came down and asked us, we go, I was kidding. No,
I was
no.
just kidding.
We're just
you know,
trying to
I'm
get...
in the Holiday Inn down here. Come down and see us.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Like when you do
God.
Crazy on You, you still get a little splattering of applause, you know.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I can't believe you're saying this. The strip, the cars, the leather,
Yeah.
you know, the boob jobs, the blonde thing.
Yeah.
It's over. In the words of Eddie Vedder, it's over.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either, because, like we just said a minute ago, there's so many avenues to travel, you know, musically for us, that don't necessarily send us out on the road or, you know, in the classic ways we've always done it. But there's children's projects, and there's the Love Longers, and there's albums, and there's movie music, and there's solo projects, and there's live, you know, limited live performance probably way down the line. Or
Except 10 years from now, it'll be like, we'll have to pull a Lucille Ball when you come to interview us, like, all the lights will be off in the room. And
oh yeah,
like, you'll only get to come to about halfway
you have
across
to
the
look
room,
at
and
us
we'll
from
be
really
sitting
far
way over
away
here.
because we'll have our makeup in our toupee tape, like our faces will be taped up, you know,
Right, yeah.
because we're too like scared to get facelifts.
Norman Desmond.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll have like
Right, yeah,
we'll have
right.
like turbans that pull our skin up under the top of our head.
Yeah, just for the interview.